Hello and welcome to the first of hopefully many more videos to come. My name is Bronson, and if you are a photographer, photo editor, use Lightroom or Photoshop or many of the other Adobe softwares, this video and future videos will be helpful to you. I love to learn this stuff, I love to teach this stuff, and of course, sometimes I like to use this stuff. So anyways, let's jump right into it. So today I want to share with you what I believe to be the 10 best shortcuts in Lightroom for saving time. So with everyone trying to be as productive and efficient as possible, 1 second savings for tens of thousands of photos adds up to a lot, actually. Using little shortcuts saves a lot on your mouse traveling and clicking and traveling and clicking. So if you can save a second for every 10,000 photos you do, yeah. Anyways, what you're gonna do with all that extra time you save? I don't know. Edit more photos, take more photos, watch more of my videos that don't exist yet. Anyways, let's just jump right into it. So some of these are groups, they're pairs, because 10 sounds better than 15 or 20. But anyways, number 1 is changing from the develop or the library module. You can quickly press D and that will jump you straight into the develop module. So that's where you'll be spending most of your time if you're adjusting exposure or changing the colors or cropping or anything else. The other one pairs nicely. The other module you'll be using is the library module. So G. G is actually for grid. When you're not using the develop module, you'll be in the library where you're sorting, tagging, organizing, or just have a mess of thousands photos like I did until I organize them. Anyways, D for develop and G for grid. So after we've kind of found the easiest way to jump between library and develop, which we'll be spending most of our times in, the next part of it, which I didn't do until a long time of using Lightroom, is effectively organizing your photos. If you have a lot of photos, it's kind of nice to organize them, which I didn't do for a long time. And then I had 40,000 images that I needed to really dial in and organize, and it took forever. Anyways, number 2, ratings. So you can use 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to give star ratings to your images. So how you use this really depends on your particular workflow, but for mine, I import them. Next thing I'm doing is I'm going through them and I'm seeing which ones of a set that I like the most. Generally, I'll give them 1 or 2 stars, and then say that there's some that are closely similar and I'm choosing of ones that are very similar to each other. Then I'll give the 3-star, and that's usually the one I edit. And if I really like it, I'll give it a 4-star. Number 3, picking and unpicking. P for pick, and if I'm changing my mind at some point, U for unpick. So after I've imported everything, then I've rated everything, then I've edited the ones that I gave 3 stars. From there, I use flags to find the ones and save the ones that I'm going to inevitably export. It makes it much faster instead of going through 100 photos and clicking every single one individually and shift clicking them, option clicking them, alt clicking them, whatever, and then exporting that is kind of a pain. So the ones that I choose to export for myself or a client, I'll just use P for pick, and if I'm changing my mind at some point, U for unpick. So number 4, crop or resize, rotate. R is the shortcut to jump to, how I remember it is rotate or resize. C is sadly not the shortcut for crop. That'd make too much sense. One thing that's really great about this, especially, is you can do it straight from the library module, so you don't need to already be in the develop. So if you were in the library and wanting to crop something and didn't use R, you would need to go to develop and then the crop tool. That's 2 whole clicks. Anyways, you could do it with 1 button right from the library, hit R, and then you're there. Number 5, the auto white balance tool, W for white balance. This one also, like R for resize, you can do straight from the library module, which really does save a lot of time. Anyways, W will jump you to the develop module, with the auto white balance tool already selected. Lightroom does a pretty good job as a starting point. You can kind of play around and find the spot to go with what you're going for. Personally, for this one, I would probably keep a little bit of a blue because I kind of like that. But anyways, W for auto white balance. Number 6, before and after. So after we've imported, we've rated, we've used the white balance tool, made some edits. Anyways, we want to see what changes we made. So before and after. For that, that's the backslash, which I use all the time. It's really nice to be able to see the edits that you're making, comparing it to the original. Number 7, the survey mode. So you select however many images you want, and then you're able to press N to enter survey mode. I don't know, an easy way to remember that one, but N. Survey mode is a way that you can survey more than 2 images or more than before and after of a single image at once. This is really great for when you're deciding between pictures of similar types to which one to move forward with or which one is the best, looking at minor differences. It's also great for after the fact, if you say you're nearing the end of finalizing the final 6 images or whatever that you're trying to create. This is a great way to put them all together and be able to look at them side by side. Another thing that's great is from survey mode, you can jump straight to giving one's ratings and picking or unpicking. Number 8, K for jumping to the local adjustment brush tool. This is probably the most powerful tool in Lightroom, in my opinion, because with using things like the auto white balance tool, you're adjusting the entire image. So with K, you're able to adjust individual parts of the image, which gives you a lot more control and allows you to get a lot more creative. So I didn't know about this tool for a long time. So I was using the radial filter and the graduated filters, which are still great, don't get me wrong, but K is way better for a lot of different reasons. Okay, number 9, O for overlay. You can select or see the area that your brush or crop is affecting. So this is really nice if you're using the adjustment brush tool, because it's really hard to paint over things if you can't see what you're painting exactly. So when you're cropping also, there's more than just the 1/3 crop overlay. There's a lot of different ones out there. There's all these other fancy things that allow you to kind of get more creative with your cropping and also see things from other ways that you may have not thought of that are maybe different from just the 1/3 rule or 1/3 crop. Or anyways, so O for overlay. Number 10, using the right and left brackets for adjusting the size of your brush. And this also works for the eraser, it works for the spot brush and clone tool, that kind of thing. It also works in softwares like Photoshop or Illustrator, so it's actually really nice to know in the Adobe world. A little tip there also is you can press Shift bracket to be adjusting the feather on the fly too. If you're using a mouse, this really doesn't apply to you because you might have that little scroll wheel there that makes it a lot easier. Instead of going over to the slider and adjusting that way, you can press right bracket to go up and left bracket to go down. Really, really nice. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope this has been of benefit to you. I hope that it will save you some time when you're editing and processing your images, which allows you to take more images, edit more images, do other things with your life that aren't work related, you know, go to the beach, go on a hike, slackline, or watch more of my videos that don't quite exist yet, but they will. So yeah, let me know below which one of these is your favorite. If there's something you didn't know, or if there's ones that you didn't see listed here, let me know about them. I want to know. So thanks again and see you next time.